What if, one day, people couldn't lie anymore? You're sitting across from your boss in their office. They look you dead in the eye and ask, "Do you actually enjoy working here?" Your mouth opens. You want to say, "Yes, of course," but the word physically chokes in your throat. What comes out instead is the truth. "No, I hate it. I'm only here for the paycheck, and I've been applying to other jobs for months." You didn't want to say that. You tried to lie, but your brain just won't let you. And it's not just you. It's your boss, too. It's everyone in the building, everyone on Earth. Since exactly 6:47 a.m. this morning, lying became physically impossible. Welcome to the day humanity lost its most useful tool: deception. Sound liberating? Think again, because I'm about to show you two versions of this reality. One where brutal honesty rebuilds civilization into something beautiful, and one where the inability to lie becomes the ultimate weapon of oppression. Let me paint the picture properly, because this gets dark fast. It's June 3rd, 2026. Every human on Earth wakes up and discovers something has fundamentally changed in their brain. Scientists later call it the cognitive transparency event, a mysterious neurological shift that rewired a part of your brain responsible for deliberate deception. Here's how it works. You can stay silent. You can refuse to answer. You can dodge questions all day long. But the moment you open your mouth to state a fact, it must be true. Lies feel like drowning. Your throat closes. Only truth can escape. And here's the key detail. You can still be wrong. You can misremember things. You can repeat false information you genuinely believe. But you cannot knowingly lie anymore. The moment you're aware something is false, you physically cannot say it. The first 48 hours, the Great Unraveling. Within 6 hours, 37 governments collapse. Not from revolution, from confession. Journalists swarm world leaders with questions they've always wanted to ask. Did you rig the election? Yes. Did you take bribes? From 12 different corporations. Is the economic recovery real? No. We've been falsifying data for 3 years. Live on television, broadcast to millions. Leaders trying desperately to lie, failing, and watching their empires crumble in real time. Corporations implode next. Emergency shareholder meetings turn into confession sessions. Is this drug safe? We buried the side effect studies. Are you paying fair wages? We've been committing systematic wage theft. Is this product as advertised? It's mostly plastic and false promises. The stock market crashes 60% in 12 hours. Entire industries evaporate because fraud becomes impossible to maintain. The criminal justice explosion. Here's where it gets really interesting. Every prison worldwide has to conduct emergency retrials because suddenly, prosecutors can't hide evidence. Defense attorneys can't bluff. Witnesses can't perjure themselves. A judge asks, "Did you plant that evidence?" Police officer, "Yes." Was this confession coerced? Through torture. In 24 hours, 40% of all prisoners are released, the largest miscarriage of justice in human history revealed in a single day. The suicide spike, sadly, but here's the darkest part of those first 48 hours. Suicide rates increase 150%. Parents forced to admit, "I regret having children." Spouses confessing, "I never loved you. I married you for money." Children learning, "Your father left because he found you annoying." Every cruel thought that was safely locked away comes spilling out when people are asked direct questions. The psychological toll is devastating. The breaking point. By June 30th, the UN convenes. For the first time in history, diplomacy becomes brutally honest. China admits, "We've been preparing for war." The US responds, "We have too, and we're terrified." Russia confesses, "We're manipulating everyone, but we're weaker than we pretend." Two proposals emerge. Proposal A, the truth infrastructure. Rebuild all systems around mandatory honesty, accept that lies were the foundation of the old world, and start fresh. Proposal B, the silence doctrine. Since lying is impossible, make asking certain questions illegal. Control truth by controlling inquiry. The vote splits 94 to 89, and reality fractures into two completely different worlds. The good ending. The truth infrastructure. 94 nations choose radical reconstruction. They accept one truth. If lies are impossible, build society on honesty. Year 1. Demolition and foundation. Every system built on deception dies. Marketing as we know it becomes illegal. Companies can only state verified facts. Does this cream remove wrinkles? No, nothing topical can. Is this the lowest price? No, we inflate before sales. The advertising industry collapses. Unemployment hits 40%. But within 6 months, hopefully, a new economy emerges based on actual value, not perceived value. Crime becomes nearly impossible. Murder investigations that took months now take minutes. Did you kill him? Yes. Why? Jealousy. Where's the weapon? In my garage, under the workbench. Crime rates drop 80%. Why? Because conspiracies reveal themselves the moment someone asks. Organized crime syndicates collapse within weeks. Corruption becomes literally extinct. Year 3. The transparent civilization. Education transforms completely. Teachers start admitting, "This won't be useful for 80% of you. I don't know why we teach it this way. It's just tradition." Students challenge everything. Dropout rates fall to 2% because everyone finally understands the real purpose of their education. Politicians campaign by admitting, "I prioritize corporate interests because they fund me. I don't understand economics. I rely on advisors. I'm running for power, not to serve." Trust in government increases because expectations are honest from the start. No more betrayed promises. International relations become shockingly efficient. Will you honor this treaty? Only while it benefits us. Can we trust you? Only while our interests align. No more surprise betrayals because expectations are completely honest. Year 5. The depth paradox. Something unexpected happens. People develop what psychologists call thought fluidity, the understanding that feelings are temporary states, not permanent truths. A parent can say, "Right now, in this moment, I regret having you." And the child learns that regret is momentary, not eternal. Love can coexist with temporary resentment. Relationships become radically honest. Dating profiles show, "I'm emotionally unavailable but enjoy companionship." "I want children only if you handle most of the work." "I'm attracted to you but not in love yet." Divorce rates drop 40%. Why? Because expectations are honest from day one. No more discovering your partner isn't who they pretended to be. Year 10. Transcendence. By 2036, humanity achieves something impossible before: radical cooperation. Climate change gets solved because nobody can deny the data. Wars end because you can't lie to soldiers about why they're fighting. Global poverty drops because corporations can't hide their exploitation. Science accelerates tenfold. Publication bias ends. Pharmaceutical companies can't hide negative trials. Medical breakthroughs happen at unprecedented speed. But here's the cost. Every comforting myth collapses. Romantic love becomes, "I benefit from your presence." Religion becomes, "Stories we tell for comfort." Patriotism becomes, tribal loyalty with no rational basis. It's a world of perfect honesty, but zero illusion. Justice and efficiency at the cost of meaning and mercy. This is the world truth created. The bad ending be the silence doctrine. 89 nations choose the opposite path. They realize if people can't lie, control the questions. Year 1. Question prohibition. By July 2026, Protected Information Acts pass everywhere. Illegal to ask government officials about classified operations. Illegal to ask police about their actions. Illegal to ask corporations about finances. Illegal to ask anyone about criminal history. Punishment? 5 to 10 years for invasive inquiry. Journalism dies overnight. A reporter asks, "Did you take bribes?" Politician: if the journalist pushes, arrested for illegal interrogation. News becomes nothing but press releases. Year 3. The Surveillance Inquisition. Governments realize something terrifying. We can't lie, but we can force people to answer. Truth interrogation centers appear in every city. Citizens get randomly detained. Do you oppose the government? Can't lie. Have you committed crimes? Can't lie. Do you know anyone who has? Can't lie. Resistance becomes impossible. Stay silent? Imprisoned for non-cooperation. Answer: incriminate yourself and everyone you know. By 2029, 20% of all adults are imprisoned based on forced honest confessions. Corporations use the same tactics. Truth reviews for employees. Looking for other jobs? Yes. Ever badmouth the company? Sometimes. Fired immediately. Unions become impossible. One interrogation reveals all members. Year 5. The Question Wars. Society splits into castes based on who can question whom. Tier 1. The Inquisitors. Government agents who can ask anyone anything. Tier 2. The Protected. Wealthy people with legal shields. Tier 3. The Vulnerable. Everyone else. A Tier 1 agent stops you. How much money do you have? You must answer. Then they legally rob you. Underground movements develop question shields, mental training to resist answering. Success rate? 30%. But 40% get permanent brain damage from fighting the compulsion. Year 10. Totalitarian truth. By 2036, the silent states achieve perfect authoritarianism. Citizens wear monitors detecting questions. Unauthorized questions trigger instant arrest. Even thinking forbidden thoughts becomes detectable. Have you thought about overthrowing us? Yes. No revolution is possible. Any planning gets revealed under interrogation. No privacy, no secrets, no hope. Dissidents try non-verbal codes, but agents just ask, "Do those signals mean something?" "Yes." "What?" resistance code. Freedom of speech doesn't matter when freedom to ask doesn't exist. By 2055, humanity achieves perfect order and zero crime, but at the cost of all autonomy. You don't even own your own thoughts. This is the world silence created. If this scenario twisted your brain, smash that subscribe button. We explore reality-bending what-if scenarios that'll make you question everything. And here's where you decide which ending is more realistic. Drop an A for the truth infrastructure or a B for the silence doctrine. Let's see which path humanity would actually choose. So there you have it. Same cosmic event, same inability to lie. Two completely opposite outcomes based on one choice: embrace honesty or suppress inquiry. Here's what haunts me. We already face this choice every day. We have uncomfortable truths about inequality, climate, corruption. Do we demand radical transparency, or do we make it illegal to ask the hard questions? Because here's the thing. The lies we tell ourselves might be the only thing holding society together. Or maybe they're the only thing preventing us from becoming something better. So here's my question. If the cognitive transparency event happened tomorrow, which world would you want to live in? And more importantly, what's one question you would never want to be forced to answer honestly? Next week, we're diving into something that'll make this look tame. Until then, think about the lies you tell and ask yourself if they're protecting you or imprisoning you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.